Hey barbecue family, Kenyatta here. Welcome back to my Backyard Smoke Master Barbecue channel. Today I'm going to do what I think is a pretty quick recipe. It's one that will probably please everyone in the house. I mean, who doesn't love beef meatballs? I mean, you can use these things in a variety of different ways. You can use them with your spaghetti, or you can just serve them straight up. You know, the kids, sometimes they don't want the pasta part, but they just want the meat, and you can serve it that way. Now, anyone can go get, a package of ground beef, brown it in the skillet, season it with a little salt and pepper, maybe some garlic powder, and just do your regular plain meatballs. So one of the cool things about barbecue is that you can add that smoke flavor. I mean, that's an ingredient that will make your meatballs stand out from the regular, skillet browned meatballs that anybody could do. So we're gonna get these meatballs out on the Kamado Joe today. I'm gonna smoke them at 250 degrees until they get to around 160 internal. So in addition to getting them out on the smoker, we're also gonna do some things to the ground beef, to give them even more flavor, make these stand out even more. Okay, so we've got right here, we're gonna start off, we got a pound of ground beef, 80/20. We got a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, 1 cup of Italian breadcrumbs, 1/2 cup of diced onions. We got a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper and 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. Of course, you can adjust these amounts to your own taste. Now we're also going to add some minced garlic. Unfortunately, I don't have any fresh garlic that I can chop up myself, but in a pinch, some store-bought minced garlic like this will do just fine. So we're going to do 4 teaspoons of minced garlic. And then to help kind of bind it all together, give it a little bit more texture, we've got 1 lightly beaten egg. All right, guys, I'm gonna start to put all of these ingredients in here with the ground beef. Like I said, I'm gonna get my hands right in here and mix all this stuff up myself. So this is the type of dish you can put together, type of meal you can put together pretty quick on one of those weeknights. You've been working all day. Where I am, it's actually raining today, kind of like the first rainy day that we've had in quite some time. So I want to do something that I think is pretty easy, won't require too much maintenance, especially with my Kamado Joe. I'm gonna use my my fireboard in conjunction with my barbecue Guru pit fan. I think it's the Viper. I have both the Viper and the Pit Bull. It's the larger one that I've taken to using. I think that's the Pit Bull. But I'm gonna use the fan in conjunction with the fireboard to help me keep the temperature close to 250. It'll make it really easy. That way I can just monitor it with the fireboard app and not have to spend too much time outside in the rain. All right, so next I'm gonna get my basket together that I use. It's like one of those wire kind of mesh baskets that will allow the smoke to go right through. I'm gonna put it on top of like a cookie sheet that I've got some parchment paper under, just to kind of contain the mess. Because what I'm gonna do is, before I put the meatballs on the basket, I'm gonna spray it with Pam just so that the meatballs don't stick too much. And then I'll just use all of that to carry it outside to the Kamado Joe. And then I'm just gonna put the basket with the meatballs in it directly on the grate and let the Kamado Joe do its thing. All right, we're gonna spray this with the Pam. And then you can make these meatballs as large or as small as you want. Just grab a handful and just start to form your ball. And I think I'm gonna maybe do a variety. I'm gonna make some pretty large ones, but then I think I also wanna make some smaller ones too in case my family doesn't want them quite that big. So I'm gonna make this one smaller. All right, so after eyeballing the first few, I think those mega meatballs that I made are probably too big. Yeah, I think that's too big. So we're gonna reshape the really big ones and make them a little more manageable. And there we go. So these are our meatballs. Like I said, the Kamado Joe is already at 250 degrees, so we're gonna go ahead and get these out on the smoker. Let it do its thing. Let it get kissed by that hickory smoke. All right, barbecue family, we are ready to get the meatballs on the Kamado Joe. Like I said, we're just gonna let these go in the smoke for about 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna start checking the internal temperature, trying to get them to 160 degrees. All right, guys, 30 minutes have gone by. Let's take a look. All right, ThermaPen is giving me 154, 153, 154, so we are really close. So at this point, since we're this close, I will probably just keep checking these every 5 minutes until we get to 160. All right, guys, so after about 5 or 6 minutes, these meatballs are ready to come off of the smoker. You know, because of the different sizes of the meatballs, some of them cooked a little faster than others, but I think across the board, they are all at an internal temperature that I'm good with. We're gonna go ahead, get these off, let them rest for a little bit, and give it a taste. All right, barbecue family, so the meatballs have had a chance to rest a little bit. I don't think they require a whole lot of time, so I'm gonna give one a try. It's nice and tender, and like I said from the outset, the advantage of doing these out on the grill or on the smoker is that you give it that little bit of extra smoke flavor that you're not gonna get when you brown these in a skillet on your stovetop. So again, we kick these up a little bit with a lightly beaten egg. We got some minced onion. One thing I do regret, I did all that talking about how it's okay to use store-bought minced garlic, and I forgot to add that ingredient, if you didn't notice it while I was mixing everything together. By the time I realized it, it was too late. We also got some Parmesan cheese, a little bit of salt and pepper. And standing next to me off camera is my daughter. She's still camera shy, but she's eager to give it a try as well. So I'm gonna let her give it a taste.
It's good. I like it.
You like it?
Mm-hmm. You can taste the Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, and I know you like Parmesan cheese. So anyway, yeah, I thought I'd make these. Maybe you guys might want to make some spaghetti or just, you know, eat them by itself. Either way, the prep doesn't take long, and then the time on the cooker isn't long, about 35-40 minutes tops at 250 degrees. You got something that you can work with. All right, guys, this is Kamado Robinson signing off. Thanks again for joining me on my Backyard Smokemaster Barbecue channel. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. Be the cool guy. Hit that like button. Leave comments. I love hearing from you guys. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.